Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
New ways to maximize your money under Labour government. May 28, 2022, 12:00 p.m. Save login, register or subscribe to save articles for later. Share normal text size, larger text size, very large text size. For the first time in 9 years, it's all about change in politics. It's happening with your money too, and it's time to reposition your approach and reconsider some of your wealth-building strategies. Here are 4 updates to your family's finances that could help to maximize your money. Petrol prices above $2 a litre are likely to become the norm. Credit. Justin McManus mortgage offset interest rates. The Reserve Bank of Australia began increasing official interest rates on May 3 and is forecast to keep doing so. Mortgage rates are tipped to be almost 2 percentage points higher by the end of the year. So, if you can, get ahead on your mortgage now. However, do not make extra repayments or park emergency funds directly in your mortgage. Instead, put them in a companion mortgage offset account. Your interest savings should be identical, but you retain full access to the money, no matter what. An even better, and cheaper, way to beat interest rate rises is to refinance your mortgage to a more competitive deal. Which brings us to the reason rates are up. The RBA is seeking to stem surging prices. Combat the cost of living. Inflation is running at 5.1% and is forecast to go higher, as food and petrol costs keep on rising. Don't forget that both Labour and the Coalition said they intended to remove the 22 cents a litre temporary fuel excise cut on September 28. Petrol prices well above $2 a litre are again likely to become the norm. Tightening your belt is something we can usually do, but it is far from appealing. Start instead by looking at ways you can lift your income. This could include completing a withholding variation to have less tax taken out of your pay packet, claiming all the government freebies and payments that you can, and working the healthcare system. Snare a pay rise. Labour intends to make a formal submission to the Fair Work Commission to increase the basic wage by at least the 5.1% inflation rate. And as part of its bid to reduce the 14% gender pay gap, it wants to increase the pay rates in the female-dominated aged care sector. A huge 1 in 10 workers switched jobs last year because of a combination of life dissatisfaction and mass mobility driven by the COVID-19 pandemic. The best way to get more pay is to jump ship too. Joining the Great Reshuffle could put more cash in your pocket. But remember, changes in employment demographics have left skills shortages in some industries. If yours is one of those, why not ask your boss for a pay rise? Remake your home buying plan. House prices rocketed faster than they have in 30 years as the pandemic played out, and many workers decentralized to the regions en masse. Cue first home buyer assistance packages. We now have a mix of the old and new. Staying is the Coalition's Home Guarantee Program for borrowers to avoid paying lenders' mortgage insurance, LMI. First home buyers, 35,000 of them, can buy with just a 5% deposit, while single parents can with a mere 2%, 5,000. You must earn less than $125,000 as an individual or $200,000 as a couple. You borrow for the remainder, with the government going guarantor for the amount to take you to the notional 20% deposit that means you escape LMI. However, Labour intends to now give the opportunity to buy with the government too, in a shared equity situation under its Help to Buy scheme. It will stump up for as much as 30% of an existing home's worth and 40% of a new property, 10,000 places. That means the government will own a chunk of your home, which you pay back on its sale, or buy back earlier. The income cut-offs will be a little lower at $90,000 for singles and $120,000 for couples. The planned extension of the Home Guarantee LMI exemption scheme to the regions, 10,000 places with the same income caps as the others, will look different too. As was the Coalition's plan, you only need a 5% deposit. But unlike the former government intended, it will not be available for multiple home buyers, just first home buyers. and you will now be able to purchase an existing dwelling, as opposed to just a new build. Given the average 50% increase in the time taken to build new homes, up to 12 months, and cost blowouts and builder shortages in the regions, an existing home might carry more appeal. Remember, the time to buy is when you are ready, not when you are rushed. And with interest rates rising, property markets are likely to fall. Time is on your side. What's interesting is that investors appear undeterred. The value of new investment loans doubled to $11 billion in the year ended March 31. It is likely this is both because of Labor's declared